Hello friends, welcome back to JavaScript tutorial. We are discussing about JavaScript DOM, right? So we already published 3-4 video on that. We discussed about how to get element by ID, how to get element by tag name, class name, right? So in this video, we are going to delete about another thing, that is how to add or delete elements using DOM. So these are going to be interesting video. So we can add some elements, we can delete that element from that DOM. Okay, now we already know that what is DOM. The DOM actually the full HTML means, if you check, this is the HTML page I already created and these are displaying here, and this is the output, means this is the inspect elements, means here you can see all the HTML tags. And the DOM is actually the document object, means whatever we have in the document, the all are actually under DOM. So simply write the document. So here you can see the full things are coming here, means using the document object we can get all the things, we can do all the things whatever we want with the HTML, means whatever we want with the DOM, right? So in this video we are going to discuss about how to create and delete elements using DOM. Simply you can see there is a paragraph and h1 tag, h2 tags, and inside the body we have a mydiv section, and inside this we have a 3 paragraphs, right? So all things we can understand. Now I am going to create a new paragraph and I want to push into this DOM. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So for that we have some functions, we need to remember that things. Suppose I just going to create a variable, suppose let's say new paragraph. Okay, so this is my variable, and here I just going to create a paragraph tag. Okay, so simply write document dot create element. So using the create element we can create any element. Okay, so document dot create element, and I want to create a p tag. Okay, so this is the p tag, and if you just enter this, you can see a p tag will create, but it not pushed into the DOM also. So if you check the document you cannot see that things, means the element is created but not pushed into the DOM. So we need to push that into the DOM. Okay, so to push into the DOM we need to do something more, means this is the document, and here I just want to push the p tag after this paragraph 3, means inside the mydiv section I want to push that p tag. Okay, so first we need to select a mydiv tag, and after that we can push into here. So simply just write here, suppose var container or content, no problem, equal to document dot get element by id. So using the document get element, simply we can write my div, and here all the mydiv content will store into the content section. Okay, simply just write here content, and you can see not the full page, we are getting only this section which we need, and we want to push this new paragraph here, right? Now I want to push that things. So simply these are the child of my div, means this is the first child, means if you remember the hierarchy, if you remember the DOM tree, so this is the parent tree, and after that these are the child. Okay, now I want to push another child. So simply just write here content. So inside the content we have all the mydiv section related things, content dot append child, and to append child into here. So what is the child here? We have a new paragraph, so just copy that and paste it here. So actually we don't need to write in inverted comma, actually these are the variables, so that we can write it this way. So content dot append child new paragraph. So just enter this, so the new paragraph is added. But the thing is, if you check here, simply write document. You can see the paragraph. So this is the mydiv section, and this is the empty paragraph. We don't have anything into this, so we need to do something, right? So first of all, we can append the child and we can remove the child. So simply I just going to remove the child, and let's add some data into this, and after that we will push again. So remove child, and if you print the content, so here you can see the newly created p tag is removed. Now I want to add some data into the new paragraph, and then we'll push again. So simply the variable is new paragraph, and to add some text or add some content, simply just write dot text content, and here write this is a new paragraph. Okay, so enter this. So now in the new paragraph section we have this text. Now I want to append the new paragraph into the content, means mydiv section. So just enter this. The new paragraph is appear into the screen. Okay, that means this paragraph pushed into the DOM. Also we have created some text onto that paragraph also. Cool. So you can understand how you can do this. Now if you want to remove this again, and I want to push this into the first, means if you just write append child, so this is a new paragraph is appear after the 3 sections, mean after the 3 child, this is the new child created. If you want to make or if you want to add this new paragraph into the top, so how you can do this? So simply just remove this again. So it's removed, and now I just going to add into the first. So not append, so that time it will be the prepend. Okay, so not prepend child, actually prepend. Okay, this function. Okay, and just enter this. So you can see these are added into the first. Okay, so just remove the child, and again I just going to add into last. Okay, so whatever we want we can do. So let's clear this, and I want to do something more with that things. So simply if you check, we have a content, and inside the content now we have 4 p tags. Now I want to add some attribute here, means if you want to add some id class, then how can you do this? So simply if you check into the container section, so all of we need to select, means we need to modify the paragraph tag now. So currently in the content section we have mydiv section, and using the mydiv section we can manage this deep part, and I want to go inside this paragraph also. So how we can do this? So simply just write content, and I want to use the query selector and all, and this time I want to select all the p inside the content. Means if you not write content, or if you write document.query selector, then you will get 4 paragraph along with this paragraph. This is also a paragraph. Now inside the content we have mydiv section, so that we are getting only the 4 p tags. Okay, so if you check the paragraph 1 2 3 4, this is a 4 p we are getting. Okay, now I want to select, or I want to add some attributes into the last one, means the position is 0 1 2 3. So if you check, this is the third position, means index is 3, so that we can modify that thing. So let's select that things. So simply just write query selector and then pass the index, so 3. So if you write, then this is a new paragraph. So we are getting only these things, so we don't need to access the mydiv section. We are going to change or going to do all the things with the new paragraph. Okay, now let's store these things into a variable. So simply write var, and this is the 4th paragraph, so I am just giving a name like that, 4th p. Okay, so this is the 4th p. So all the things, this is the new paragraph along with the tag we are storing into the 4th p. So simply if you write 4th p, you can get only the same things. This is the fourth p. So using that object we can get access of this paragraph. Now we can do whatever we want with the fourth p. Okay. Now I want to set attributes, that is I want to set the id into this paragraph, right? So simply write fourth p dot set attributes. So actually this is another method. Using that we can add any attribute. So here my attribute is I have to set id, and let's add the id name, means suppose my p class. Okay, so this is my id. Okay, now if you check again the fourth p, so you can see the first time there was only p tag. Now it's added id into this p tag. Okay, so that we can identify this p with that id. Okay, so you can define uniquely with this id. So now if you want to remove this fourth paragraph, means this is a new paragraph, so we can do with this id also. So simply let's use var let's use element to remove. Okay, so I am creating another variable, and here simply write document dot get element by id, and here my id is my p class, which actually just created. Okay, so if you write element to remove, so you can access of these things. Okay, so using element to remove, this is the variable, we can access this last paragraph. Okay, now if I want to delete this from the DOM, so simply write element to remove dot remove. Okay, so this is the function to remove the attributes from or the elements from the DOM. So simply write element to remove dot remove and just enter this. Cannot read properties of null, reading remove. Sorry, this is a problem. So when I selected the my p class, so this L was small and this L was capital, so that id is, so that element to remove have no value. So again we are doing this. So simply write p class. Okay, and now if you just are going to print that things element to remove, so inside the element to remove we are getting all the things. Now if I just going to remove these things from the DOM, so simply write element to remove, and let's use the remove function. So actually this remove function will remove the element from the DOM. So just enter this. So now it's removed. Okay, so you can see from the DOM this is not there. Okay, so this is the things how we can do this from the console. Now if I want to do the same things with actual code, means if you just going to add some things, or if you want to remove some things through the button, so we'll create two buttons, that is the add element or remove element. So how can I do this? Simply for that, here I just going to create two buttons. Okay, so button and add element, and another button is remove element. Okay, so if you go here you can see there is two button appear. Now I want to create some event, means I want to create on click event. So when you click on this particular button, will do the respective work. So when we just going to click on this add element, we are going to add some things, means suppose I just write add element and add element into DOM. Okay, so into DOM, and another, if I just click on the remove element, then we will create different function, that is the remove element from the DOM. Okay, so just to add these things, and here you can see the src common.js, means common.js is included into my system, into my application. So simply just call this function, means here just create the function. So simply write function and function name is add element to DOM. We don't need any parameters, so we are not writing in this way. Actually we know the function concept and we'll use that concept only. So remove element into the DOM. So we are using the same function concept, but with the DOM we can do all the things. Okay, now I want to add some paragraph into the mydiff section. So we know the code, so simply let's declare a variable. Let's use var and let's write content or something, and write document dot get element by id. So actually whatever we did in the console section we will do here, means my diff, this is my diff. Okay, and by my diff we can identify the particular p tags. All right, now here I want to add first and then we'll delete the things. Okay, so here you just write suppose var new element. Okay, and new element is document dot create element. So I already discussed, to create a new element simply we need to write the create element and just add the tag name. So simply p, this is the tag name, and now we need to add some text into that paragraph, means that tag. So simply write new element dot text content, right, and here simply write this is new element. Okay, so inside the paragraph we added the element. Now I just going to add into the mydiff section. So simply use the content dot append child, and here write simply the variable, that is the new element. Okay, now let's see it's working or not. Now if you just refresh this, if you click on the add element, this new element is added. Again click, then this is new element added. Okay, so now adding part is done. Now I want to remove the things. So for remove, let's create another variable new element, and I want to remove the last element. So simply write last element, and here just write content dot last child. Okay, this is the another function. So I want to remove the last child from the mydiff section. So just use the content, this is the object of mydiff, and I want to remove the last child. Okay, so content dot last child, and simply write last element dot remove function. Okay, now if you just refresh this, we are getting two things. This is the add element, this is the new element adding, and remove element, it's removing. So just click on remove again, then it's removing the element also, then paragraph 1 also. So in this way all are removed from the mydiff, and again click on that. So we are getting error, that is cannot read properties of null, means already all the elements are deleted, so that we cannot delete anything. So for that we can create a condition. So if last element is present, then we cannot remove further. Okay, so just add simple condition so that the program will be perfect. So always we need to remember, always we need to care about that thing, so no error should be done. So simply refresh again and add element, it's new element created, and just remove element, it's removed, then remove all elements. Okay, so it's removing. Now if you click on the remove element, there is no error because we have added this condition. If there is no last element, then we are not trigger the function. Okay, now add element, it's cool. Okay, so in this way you can add elements. So now here we are using a simple p tag. You can do whatever you want, means using you can add the diff, you can do that. So you can do the dynamic also, means from here we can pass the parameter, and based on that parameter we can create anything. So I think you can understand basic part of the DOM, means how to create and delete elements into the DOM. Okay, so still if you have any queries about this video, please comment in a below comment section. So next day we are going to discuss about more on the events, means we are using the on click events. So next day we are going to discuss about all the events, and we will discuss about the event listeners, means we don't need to call this on click here. Okay, so from the DOM we can listen, means you can use listener to get the whether it is click function or mouse over function or whatever function we can detect. So we don't need to write in this way. So next we will going to discuss about the events and related things. So please like and subscribe this channel for upcoming video, and do share with your friends so that they will help, and also it will help for me also. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.